High school football from across the desert Southwest is here. Varsity Blitz starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to week 3 of the Varsity Blitz. I'm Scott Gross alongside Brandon Mejia.
Yeah, it's great to be back, to be with you. We have a jam-packed show for you tonight, folks. We start with getting you caught up, though, with last night's games between Brawley and Indio. Both teams entered the matchup 0-2 and in search of their first win of the season.
However, these are two different 0-2 teams. Brawley faced a tough non-conference schedule to begin the season, falling to Mater Dei Catholic and Valley Center.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Rajas were looking for their first score of the season as they fell in back-to-back weeks by a score of 35-0.
We take you out to Ed White Stadium in Indio, home of the Rajas. The Brawley Wildcats in town with both teams looking for their first win on the season. Opening drive, second play of the night for Indio. Junior Fabian Garcia drops back, and he's picked by Brawley's Chris Camillo. Wildcats take over on offense. Moments later, Brawley senior running back Isaiah Young wastes no time in getting the Wildcats on the board. He busts through the line, and he is loose. A 30-yard touchdown run. Brawley on the board. Extra point is good. 7-0 Cats. Second drive of the night for the Rajas. And number 4 rolls to his left and scampers for a first down. That's Garcia. Indio on the move. On second down, it's going to be a swing pass to the right, but it's going to be off the hands of Dominic Moran. The Wildcats pounce on the loose pigskin. Brody Enders comes up with the ball, number 54. Brawley back in business. Wildcats on the attack again. It's Isaiah Young. He zigs, he zags through defenders for a first down run. He is unstoppable in this contest. Oh, by the way, then there's Ethan Gutierrez, the quarterback. Let's go through the air. Yeah, he's going to connect with Robert Platt for a first down. And on the very next play, it's going to be Gutierrez again. This time he's going to hit Mackay Washington. Washington breaks a tackle, then has the ball squirt out of his hands. Indio recovers. This game was sloppy at times, lots of flags, but Brawley rolls in this one behind Isaiah Young, who had 3 touchdowns. Wildcats nab win number 1 on the season, 48-13. Now, Isaiah Young made the most with limited opportunities, carrying the ball 6 times for 113 yards, 3 scores. Ethan Gutierrez was efficient through the air, finishing 8 of 14 for 157 yards and 2 scores. He also ran for 1. Brawley improves to 1-2, and next week they will host the Cibola Raiders. We'll check out Cibola a little later in the show. Now, more prep football from last night. The Holtville Vikings remain undefeated as they run over the Hoover Cardinals 44-21. The Vikings had 348 yards rushing in the win, and after a little drum celebration. Holtville now improves to 3-0 with the 44-21 win. Peyton Eiton led the ground attack with 20 carries for 166 yards and 4 scores. Up next for the Vikings, a home game versus Marantha Christian next Friday night.
To Veterans Field in Calipatria, first game for the Hornets since Halloween of 2019. Calexico in town and looking to run wild early first quarter. The Bulldogs, Julian De Leon hits the hole, bounces to the outside, turns on the Jets. De Leon to the house and some. Calexico up 6 early in the game. On the extra point, Calipatria would come on with the block to keep it within 6. Ball game with 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's see if the Hornets could answer on the next drive. Hornets quarterback Jacob Zendejas keeps it himself. He's going to run into a pack of Bulldogs. Not much gain on that one. That was the tone for most of the night for the Hornets. Bulldogs back on offense. Abraham Zazuete rolls out right, finds Andres Ramirez for the first down strike. Moments later, Andrew Rivera gets the call on the sweep, and he takes this one all the way to the end zone. Flag was called on the play. It was on a face mask on the Hornets just like that. It's a 13-0 Bulldogs in the first. After a Hornets punt, it's Rivera again. This time, he's coming right at you. A long one and a first down. Solid momentum moving forward late in the drive now. A quick pass is going to happen to Andres Ramirez. And, folks, he does the rest. Bulldogs spoil the Hornets' home and season opener by a score of 27-0. Bulldogs now 2-1 on the season.
Meanwhile, we go to El Centro, where Vincent Memorial is still searching for its first win of the season, led by sophomore sensation Jacobo Elias behind center, putting his game face on before the kickoff. First play from scrimmage, El Cajon Valley on the carry, and boom! Big hit by Max Escaloni, looking to make an early statement for the Scots, but it wouldn't last long. El Cajon's Ahmed Sohel Amir Hussein. Yes, that's a long name, but he takes this one. A few Vincent Memorial players with him at first down, and they would be a methodical on the ground. They're just going to ground and pound it until this quarterback Daniel Jacobs. He's going to be here, and watch how he's going to roll out to the left. He'll dump off to Caleb. Well, I'm a little off here with some of our...
There we go.
There we go. Now, here we go. Here comes Elias. He's going to split defenders, and he is going to get himself into the end zone. This was going to be a very close game. Final score in this one, it would be Vincent Memorial at Eagle Field hanging on by a score of 14-12.
Well, that wraps it up for our first segment. How about that? From across the Imperial Valley. But we are just getting started, folks.
Yeah, that's right. We have some of the Yuma schools kicking off their seasons tonight. We'll share all the highlights, scores, social media shout-outs, and today's best straight ahead.
We're watching Varsity Blitz on 13 on your side. Woo!
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 100 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-621-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-621-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-621-4499.
Labor Day weekend is on, and this Saturday, you can save big.
During our massive Labor Day sale at More Furniture for Less.
Save hundreds on our newest in-stock fall arrivals and get your home ready for a new season of school, work, guests, and entertaining.
Furniture for every room in your home is on sale, but don't wait.
Our Labor Day sale prices won't last much longer.
Visit us during our special store hours, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
They say less is more, but we believe more is more. That's why we built our sportsbook app for Arizona with more. More ways to bet, more ways to fund your account, more ways to cash in, and more ways to cash out. With payouts delivered straight to your bank account in as little as 24 hours. You want more Arizona? You got it. FanDuel is coming to Arizona. Right now, get $100 in free credit just for signing up.
You're watching Varsity Blitz. The best highlights, the best plays, continuing right now.
Welcome back to the Varsity Blitz. Brandon Mejia alongside Scott Gross. Last year in the shortened COVID season, both the Cibola Raiders and Imperial Tigers finished with winning records. Cibola finished 3-1, Imperial 3-2.
And both teams started playing each other regularly in 2012. Now, in the 8 meetings since, the teams have split 4 wins each. Tonight, the series tiebreaker in Imperial. We take you out to Shimamoto Simpson Stadium. We'll get to Yuma in a little bit. That one's coming up next.
This game for you. Hopefully we can get
Calexico
up on the board there, and if not, well, I guess we're gonna have to fill you in. We're spoiling this.
We'll bring it back here. So again, it's Imperial versus Yuma.
Yes.
And 8 times between these two teams, as I mentioned, there have always been thrillers the last couple times, and it was Cibola who won last time. So again, a big game here tonight. Let's. I don't know if we can go back to that one or if we'll come back to it later.
Okay. We're being told by the producers right now we don't have the Cibola Imperial highlights. What we can tell you though, Imperial with quite the game. We're going to see if we can get you those highlights in just a moment. In the meantime, let's take you to Doane Field right now as the Criminals welcomed in the Bruins of Trevor Brown from Phoenix in Yuma High's home opener. We're talking Crims in Bruins tonight. And there they are with the police escort from Yuma PD. shaking hands, and after a failed onside kick, that is, to start the game, the Criminals at midfield go long ball. Noah Medel connects with Manny Garcia. Now, he's going to lose control after catching it, but recovers his own fumble. First play of the drive, keep in mind. Second play now for the Crims with the slot pass inside to Maury Patterson. That's good for 6. The Criminals wasting no time. I like what I see. Extra point, no good. The Bruins now trying to get something going on their first offensive drive, moving quickly, but are taken down by Timothy Nieto. A couple plays later, Alex Rivera with the screen to Dawood Montejano. He's going to get pushed out of bounds for a first. However, the Bruins would be set back after multiple false starts. Rivera taking that one himself, but brings up a 4th down. Can the Crims hold them off? Rivera scrambles, cannot complete it, and they're going to turn it over on downs. Crims with the ball, looking to capitalize. The pass intended for Julian Goldsboro off the hands. That's picked off by Jeremiah McLean. The Bruins now taking it back, and some might have been a face mask on there that doesn't get called. The Bruins trying to make up for the turnover on the previous drive. Gets the ball inside the 10. And next play, Bruins C.J. Greer gets the rock, and with a smooth sidestep, gets in the end zone. All tied up at 6, and right now they're in the 4th quarter. They're still playing ball, so we will have to get you an update on that in just a little while.
That game got delayed a couple times tonight. First of all, the kickoff was supposed to be at 7:30, then it was moved to
the heat being, of course, a factor like we know. Did push it back. It was 7:30, 7:45, and, well, they're still playing right now, so I'm trying to get that update. But I think we got another update for you.
We do. Let's go to Imperial. We take you out to Shimamoto Simpson Stadium for a big game. The tiebreaker, series tied 4-4. Yeah, first interstate battle of 2021. Opening kickoff by the Raiders. It's the Tigers' Seth Shaw, the coach's son, gets the return, making some nice cuts, and comes away with a nice 40-yard return. But it would be called back by an Imperial penalty. The Tigers' drive would stall. Cebola's first possession. Quarterback Jesus Torres finds Angel Socedo on the sideline for a gain of several yards and a Raiders first down. A couple of plays later, it'll be George Garcia gets the call, but is hammered near the line of scrimmage by big Diego Valencia. Cebola's drive would also fall flat. Next Tigers possession, quarterback C.J. Tiernan is going to tuck it and run for a nice 13-yard gain. First-year quarterback. Imperial gets deep into the Raiders' territory. 2 plays later, Tiernan again calling his own number, but this time the gold and black sniff it out, and they shut it down. Roberto Castienda making the tackle on the play. Tigers settling for the field goal. It's good. Ethan Gonzalez, the kicker, drills it, and the ball right through the uprights after the first quarter. The Tigers taking a 3-0 lead. Imperial would roll from there, coming away with this one. They get it together by a score of 41-14. They win the tiebreaker. They now lead the series since 2012, 5 wins to 4. Let's take a look at our scoreboard right now. These are all finals from around the area. Again, we're still waiting for the Trevor Brown-Yuma game because it started late at 7:45 tonight. So that game is currently in the 4th quarter, but we'll take a look at our scores right now. You want to go through those?
Yeah, might as well touch on some of the ones here. We did touch on Vincent Memorial earlier, getting the win on El Cajon Valley, 14-12. Calexico shutting out Calipatria. How about that, Scott? You know, I've been liking what I'm seeing from the Bulldogs, 27-0. They get the win. And Cebola, like you just mentioned, taking that hard loss, 41-14, but a lot more scores as well.
Yeah, let's turn the page real quick. You can see some more scores. Brawley over Indio, we showed you that one. Holtville 3-0 this season over Hoover. Central falls to Palm Desert 54-14. Southwest had a hard time with University City, and we'll show you one more page here. We'll jump into this one real quickly. Yuma Catholic, a big winner tonight. Antelope falls to Gilbert Christian. Hey, it's now time for our social shout out, a tip of the cap. Let's take a look at what we have here. We'll run this one. It's the first time that we're going to do that. There we go. Hey.
Look at that smile.
Tip of the cap to Calexico's Mr. Shifty Ernesto Sanchez. Big earn, one of our top plays from last week.
Yeah, speaking of speed, check out.
Moves.
I love
Big earn.
The big earn. He gone after that one. Yeah, but check out the speed from Central's Gavin Marini. The junior is taking the football world by storm. And we see you. We want to know, though, who's next. It could be you, your son, your daughter. Send us those videos, those boomerangs with your handle. We want to highlight them and give you a shout-out next week. I mean, these videos can only get better, and I think we even have some in the...
We do. It's now time for today's best, as we say farewell. Again, today's best. There is a Our champion tonight, Marina Ruiz, helping us through the show tonight. Some of our top plays from around the area. I want to thank Marina for all her help. Jonathan Busco, Eric Sawyer, the whole digital team for putting this on. You guys are amazing. It's a whole team that puts this thing on.
It wouldn't be possible without you guys. We appreciate you every evening, and especially on Friday nights. Thanks so much for watching Varsity Night Blitz, folks. Check out KYMA.com for those finals against Yuma High.